Hi Cole, this is Nicole. This is just going to be kind of a super quick, informal, I guess kind of down and dirty video just to show you really quick that the code is in place and it's functioning. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to show you really quick in my text editor the code itself that I've added. And where I added it is within the theme file. There's a directory named WooCommerce, and within that one named templates, and it has custom WooCommerce pages in there, and there's one of them named thankyou.php. That's the page where the code was added. And within the page, it looks just like this one here with the semi-text editor. The beginning of my custom code has this at the top and this at the bottom, just so that's easily identifiable for you. And it's about, I don't know, about 125 lines of code that I added. And I'll send you this information in an email so that you'll have it documented. But I'm just running through it really quick as a matter of reference for you. Okay, so I'm on, this is the actual site. This is not the dev site. This is the live site. And as you can see in products, I have switched the film collection, the black and white volume 1, and the box set all to free, just so we could do some quick test purchases, and of course I'll switch them right back. And then I also changed the SKUs to their appropriate numbers. I'm sorry, I'm just noticing that on the dev site I have 5 products, but for some reason on your live site you've got 4? Did you remove one maybe? It doesn't, that's okay. It doesn't, I might just need to adjust my numbers in the code to make sure it's the correct product, but as far as my testing, we're good, so I think we're okay. Alright, so let's do some testing. And like I just said, for the SKUs, when I first got to the site, they were all this number here. So what I did is I just left the film collection that number and just counted one number down for the rest of them. I mean, you know, theoretically these numbers could be anything that you want them to be. And unfortunately, just because of the way that we have to do it, these are hard-coded into my custom code. So if you change them, they'll need to be changed. But it's not difficult to do, and I can, I'll give you documentation on how to do that, and I'll be available, you know, to help out with that. It's like a 5-minute thing. Okay, so we're on the checkout, we're on the shop page, we're at the film collection. I'm going to add this to my cart. And I'm going to go to view cart. Okay, I have one in here. It's 0 because I changed it to that. We're going to go check out really quick. And this is some kind of a, I guess, a plugin you guys are using for a pop-up. That's not anything that I've added or changed. And, alright, so we're going to place our order now. Okay, so that was the checkout process. And here's the thank you page, giving us our order number, the date, and the total. So really quick, just to check and make sure that the correct code is there, we're going to do this on 3 different products. I'm going to click View Page Source to view the code. And there's a lot of code in here, so I'm going to use a search and find feature, which is just Control F. You probably can use that on yours as well. And I'm going to look for Google code, which is just the first 2 letters of the comment. And okay, so here we see that this is the correct code for the film conversions, which is the product that we're on. And it only has 1. You can see that that's just a 1 of 1 match. If there were, you know, 2 or 3 sets of this code, it would say 1 of 3, 1 of 2, etc. So it has the correct code, and it's in the correct place. It actually isn't supposed to be in the header. It's supposed to be between the body tags. In weird cases where you're doing workarounds and things of that nature, people have put them in the header or in the footer. But it's notoriously difficult to do things like this in the header because you don't really have access to the product information there because it hasn't really been loaded yet. Of course, there are ways to get it, but I'm just saying. Per Google's instructions and Google's standards for their AdWords conversion code, they tell you to put it exactly where it's at. So I think we're good. Okay, so we're going to go back and do another product. We're going to do the black and white product. All right, and I'm going to add that to my cart. View my cart. And we're going to go check out. Again, the two pop-ups that come up on the checkout and the thank you page, I didn't do anything to those. Those were in place. All right, so we're going to place our order. And here's our thank you page for the black and white product purchase. So now I'm going to go again to look at the page source. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. Control F, which is just a find feature in Windows. I'm going to search for Google code. We just got one match, and we got a different one this time. We got the black and white conversion code, which has different ID and information in there. Okay, so that one worked, and now I'm also going to go and do the box set one. I think there's, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 products. There we are. Okay, never mind. When I had said that it looked like you only had 4 products, that was just some kind of a strange goings on in the WordPress admin page. Okay, yeah, they're all in order. All right, so we're going to do our last test. We're going to do it on the box set. I'm going to add that to the cart. Okay, so we're going to go view our cart. Proceed to checkout. Okay, so this is the order being placed. So this is the purchase is complete, and here's our thank you page. So we're going to again go to view the page source. Okay, and we only have one match, and it's for the box set conversion. So we got a third one for the third product, and it has the correct code for the box set there. So for each different product, the correct AdWords conversions code is being inputted into the page source. And just as you gave me, I think you gave me the five different codes for the different products, and I actually went into the AdWords dashboard and just checked. I didn't really do anything on the AdWords dashboard. I just wanted to have access so that if I had a problem, I could go and make sure that the code was correct and there wasn't anything that needed to be done there. So we are good. We are live. That is done. Each of your 5 products is going to have the correct code in the page source added. I deactivated several plugins. The AdWords tracking code plugin, and I deactivated the conversion tracking plugin and the other conversion tracking plugin. There's like 3 or 4 of them that were just adding various different codes in different places that I had to. I just deactivated those because what they were trying to do we've already got accomplished anyway. So unless they were doing something else that I don't know about, they can just be deleted. But I didn't want to delete them without letting you know first. Also, just to let you know, I'm going to show you something really quick, just so that you know that this wasn't me. I'm going to run through another checkout. This plugin that was installed, I don't have this on the dev site, so I'm assuming that maybe you installed this afterward, or perhaps I have it deactivated for some reason on the dev site. But this plugin, Receiptful for WooCommerce, has got some kind of an issue with it. It probably just needs to be updated because you can see that it's out of date here. But there are several key updates on this site that really need to be done. Very specifically, the WooCommerce update. I actually had a big problem with that because there were some functions I was trying to use that were in the newer version that weren't calling correctly. But whatever you have, the code that you have now works with both the new version and the version that you have, because I have the updated WooCommerce version on my dev site. I wanted to make sure that when you did do your update that the code that I added would be working. But I don't know that that's the case for everything else. So that's probably one of the things you're going to want to do to get the project out the door, just to get everything up to date. And I'll send you an email talking to you about that later. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this. We're going to go through another purchase with the film collection. And I'm going to view cart, proceed to checkout. Okay, we're going to place our order just like we did before, but this time there's a problem, and you can see this is a fatal error that prevents the purchase from occurring. This was not happening on the dev site, obviously, so when I first came here to test and saw this, this is from the Receiptful plugin, and so I had to deactivate it, which I'm going to do again, to get the purchase process to go forward so that I could test it. So just so you know, I had to deactivate that because it was broken. There was I'm not sure what's going on there. I believe it's and I'll go ahead and just show you really quickly that once I deactivate it, everything's fine. Goes through just like it did before. I'm pretty sure that the problem with the Receiptful plugin is that it needs to be updated. But the WooCommerce plugin needs to be updated too. A lot of the plugins that are working with WooCommerce, if they're newer or updated, are probably not going to function correctly because the WooCommerce version that you have has a lot of deprecated functions in it. Like, I mean, you can see here that it even has a notice that this was a major update that you'll be going to. So, and on the dev site, when I did the update, there weren't any major breakdowns. The site still functioned. There were a few little things, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't think the update's going to be a huge deal for what you're doing, but I'm just saying, be careful with that. I would definitely update WooCommerce itself before updating any of the other plugins that work with WooCommerce, just because all of those other plugins could very easily break if you updated them and you're trying to use them with an outdated version of WooCommerce. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to do that really quickly, and as soon as I stop this video, I'm going to go and change everything back to actual prices, and I just had them on free so I could do a quick order without using an account or anything. And you can test as much as you like. You can do what I did, and if you just go in there really quickly and change them to from their price to 0, just like I have here, which I'm going to change it back while I'm here. Then you can do test purchases as much as you want without having any kind of an issue. So, okay, all right, I think we're good. I'm going to mark this as finished, and then I'm going to send you a little write-up on the list that you send me. Okay? So I'll be sending this to you in a little bit. And sorry about the wait. Thank you very much for your patience. I hope you have a great night. Thank you.